Here you can see I've got a lid where I've managed to puncture a little slot using a can opener and a chisel so I can widen it out. That width is about the same as the wick that I purchased. You could probably use something cheaper, but I managed to find this on Amazon. As for the fuel that's going to go in here, I'm going to put in some cheap olive oil, and I'm going to mix in some scent. These are just some freebies that I got from shops that were giving them away. So I'm going to mix, I will put that wick into here using two hands, so you might not be able to see me do it. And then I will put some olive oil and some of these scents and mix them together. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I've managed to get the wick into the lid, and I know that it has to be long enough so that it reaches the bottom. Next I will then mix in perhaps 25% of scent and 75% olive oil. I've put in 4 of those vials and it barely even covers the bottom. Yeah, maybe I won't do 25%, probably be more like 10%. We'll see how it goes. This is only a trial and error. Well, that's my guess of 10% scent and 90% olive oil. So let's put the wick in. I'll probably need to leave it for a while for it to soak up so it goes up to the top. I'll come back and we'll light it and see what it looks like. Does it even work? Who knows? Well, I was a bit impatient. What you can do is just screw the lid down tightly and just give it a good shake. Perhaps tip it so that the fuel gets to the top of the wick quicker. You've probably noticed I have trimmed it to about 2 millimeters above the top. If you have it too long, it'll start smoking. So, shall we try and light it up with my trusty lighter that lights up without fail? Come on, trusty lighter, what's going on? Looks pretty fireproof. Oh, there we have something. Probably needs a bit more for the first time. It's coming along. Let's give it a bit more. Okay, the question is, how long is this going to last? Does it smell? I'm not sure yet, but it's pretty smokeless. We'll leave it for a few minutes and I'll come back to this. It's been a couple of minutes. I think it's struggling. I'm going to pull the wick up a bit further, see if that makes a difference. Right, I've pulled the wick a little bit further. It's probably 4 millimeters out. Let's see if I can get it lit again with my trusty lighter. Never fails. always starts good. See how long it lasts this time. I'll let it run for a few minutes. Still struggling. I think it's going to go out. It's obviously not enough fuel getting up there. It's only burning off whatever I've managed to get into the top of the wick. I'm not really sure. Well, I'll keep pushing the wick further up. There's got to be something. The wick is now a good 10 millimeters sticking out the top. Does that make a difference? I've widened that hole slightly. Maybe it was a bit constricted. Let's try it anyway. My trusty lighter that never fails. It's going strong. Still no smoking, although the flame is a lot larger than I anticipated. Let's give this a few more minutes. Nope, that didn't work either. Well, I'm going to make the hole bigger this time. I don't really want to make the wick any taller. It's going to start smoking. Sorry, that was the extractor fan because there was a lot of smoke. Well, I've made the hole bigger and now it's so loose that it's held on. It's barely held in. There's about 5 or 6 millimeters of wick protruding. Let's light it up. Hopefully this will make a difference. If not, it's an utter failure. As usual, I'm going to let it run for a few minutes. There was a nice flame, it's just going smaller and smaller. It's just simply not drawing enough fuel. Maybe this wick is no good. Maybe the oil is too thick. Olive oil has been recommended as being smokeless. I might try diluting it a bit further. Well, there it goes. Total failure. Okay, I'm trying a different idea. I'm going to use a shorter wick. So what I've done is I've got a jar that is significantly smaller, or should I say shorter, and the wick is shorter. I've just doubled it up. Maybe that'll give me the extra fuel going upwards. So let's try it. This is the same mixture I had yesterday, olive oil with some fragrance in it. Let's have a look. Does the wick even reach? Yeah, it does kind of. But it's not as long as I hoped. Anyway, let's see if having a thicker wick into the liquid makes any difference. So using my trusty lighter, that always works first time. It always starts off good. That's because it's just burning the fuel that's soaked in the wick at the top. It's whether it picks it up from the bottom. So as usual, I'll let it run for a while. It's been running for a couple of minutes. The flame's getting smaller and smaller, but it does seem to last a bit longer. I think it will go out eventually. So I don't really have anything else to try. I think I'm going to dilute it. This oil here. It has to be too thick for it to climb up the wick. I'm going to do some Googling and see what happens. Just for reference, it's been going for a good 10 minutes. Hasn't gone out yet completely, but that flame is pathetically small. So anyway, I'm going to dilute it, and you'll never guess what I've discovered. Apparently, this liquid, which I keep in the fridge, is a magic ingredient. Look at it. One-handed operation. Well, that's what it says on Google. Let's give it a go. I'm going to put maybe 50% dilution. I don't know. I have no idea. Let me get that and soak it. Let's give it a few minutes. To be honest, all I wanted was a lamp that uses olive oil and maybe a bit of fragrance. I've now had to come up with this concoction of other chemicals, like this one here, for example. Anyway, will it work? My trusty lighter. Well, let's see how long this one lasts. 2 minutes have gone by and the flame has not changed at all. I think that is the steady state. But I am a bit concerned that Prime hasn't really mixed with my previous solution, you can actually see, sorry, that there's two layers. I imagine the top layer is prime and the bottom layer was my previous olive oil solution, so I'm not quite sure what it's burning. Well, it seems to be working. Would you believe it? Would you believe it?